What can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. Yet what I can, I give him. Give him my heart. We now come to the fifth part of the story of the Fourth Wise Man by Henry van Dyke. The Fourth Wise Man has just given away his beautiful blue sapphire and the glorious red ruby, and he still hasn't found the baby Jesus. Let's see what happens next. The next day he made inquiries in the town about the couple and the baby that Herod was seeking, only to hear that they had fled towards Egypt several days earlier. Artaban felt sad. He had only one gift now to offer the king. He travelled to Egypt and searched everywhere. He found none to worship, but many to help. 33 years of Artaban's life passed away, and he was still a pilgrim, looking for the king. He came to Jerusalem, and it was the season of Passover. The city was teeming with strangers. There was agitation in the multitudes. He joined a group of Parthian Jews from his own country and inquired from them the cause of the agitation. "We are going," they said, "to the place called Golgotha, where there is to be an execution. Jesus of Nazareth is to be crucified. The priests and the elders have condemned him because he named himself the Son of God. Pilate has sent him to the cross because he said he was King of the Jews." Artaban wondered whether it was the same person who'd been born in Bethlehem 33 years ago, at whose birth the star had appeared in the sky. Will his last remaining gift, the pearl, be just in time to offer for his ransom and save his life? So Artaban, now an old man, joined the crowd. Suddenly, a troop of Macedonian soldiers came down, dragging a young girl. "Have pity on me," she wailed. "I'm a daughter of the true religion taught by the Magi. My father is dead, and I am to be sold as a slave to pay his debts. Save me." Artaban trembled. To rescue this helpless girl would be a deed of love. And is not love the light of the soul? He took the pearl and gave it to the girl. "This is your ransom, daughter. It is the last of my treasures, which I have kept for the king." Suddenly there was darkness and tremors ran through the earth. Artaban and the girl whom he had saved crouched beneath the wall of the praetorium. Another tremor of the earthquake quivered through the ground. A heavy tile, shaken from the roof, fell and struck the old man on the temple. Blood started pouring from his wound. Then came a sound like music, but from a distance. The girl could see no one, but the old man's lips began to move as if in answer. She heard him say, "Not so, my lord, for when did I see you?" And then the sweet voice came again, and the girl heard this, "Verily, I say unto you, inasmuch as you have done it to the least of these, you have done it unto me." A A calm radiance of wonder and joy lighted the face of Artaban as he breathed his last breath and died. His journey was ended. His treasures were accepted. The fourth wise man had found the king.
Artaban set off on his journey with a sapphire as blue as the sky, a ruby as red as the sunset, and a pearl as white as the snow. But he's only got the pearl left. The ruby he left in Bethlehem. The sapphire he used to buy food and a camel. He's only got one gift now to give to the king when he finds him. And he doesn't know where or when he will find his king, does he? So he travels to Egypt. He's been told they've gone that way. Mary and Joseph and their baby. What do you think of when Egypt's mentioned? It's always pyramids, isn't it? So he travels around and tries to find this king. Got to be somewhere. It's hot in the desert. He passes towns and villages. I'll stick those on at the end. And eventually he gets to the big city of Jerusalem. It's taken him 33 years to get there. And then there's the incident with the slave girl. And he sets her free. But it's taken him his last gift to do it. His pearl. And he hears about this man who's about to be crucified. And it seems he's too late. He can't help. There's nothing he can do. And we heard how he and the slave girl sheltered from an earthquake. I have actually put a little red roof tile there that's falling down on them. And we hear how Artaban dies. I wonder if you can see why we begin with that verse, "What can I give him, poor as I am?" We can't give sapphires and emeralds and pearls. We can only give him love. And that takes the shape of helping other people. And that's what we try to do. So instead of finishing with a prayer, it's another little reflection. When the song of the angel is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and the princes are back home, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace amongst all people, and to make music in the heart. I hope you've enjoyed our travels with Artaban. I'm just going to fix some last little pictures to fill in the scenery to represent his long travelling journey. There's a town there. There's a city, I think actually that's supposed to be Jerusalem. but it will do as a city that he's going to pass on his journey. And there are towns. Got 2 of those. I don't mind. It all fills the space. Places that he passed on his journey. And there's one, don't know if that shows up. Oh yes, it does. An outline of a town in the distance. So there's our complete picture of Artaban's journey. I hope you've made one as well. And if you have, why not take a photograph of it and send it to Fiona or myself? My email is jmbolbeche@gmail.com. It's my initials and the house name. Bye for now.